justice for all.
All right. I want to call the April 7th, 2025 council meeting into order. And I'd like to welcome y'all here. It's good to see y'all here this evening. Are there any additions to our agenda? Okay, there are no additions to the agenda. Are there any comments on any item pertaining to our agenda tonight? Okay, let the record reflect there are none. First, we have item number 1, adopt the minutes of the Minden City Council workshop held on March 3rd, 2025.
I move to adopt the minutes of the Minden City Council workshop held on March 3rd, 2025 as presented.
Got a motion from Councilman Pendergrass.
Second.
Second from Councilman Roy. Any discussion or questions? There are none. Let's vote. And this passes unanimously. Next, we have item 2, adopt the minutes of the Minden City Council regular session held on March 3, 2025. What's the wishes of the council?
I move to adopt the minutes of the Minden City Council regular session held on March 3rd, 2025 as present.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilwoman Mitchell.
Second.
Second from Councilman Miles. Any discussion or question? All right, there being none, let's vote. This passes unanimously. Next, we have item number 3, adopt the minutes of the Minden City Council special session held on March the 7th, 2025. What's the wishes of the council?
I move to adopt the minutes of the Minden City Council special session held on March 7, 2025 as presented.
Have a motion from Councilman Miles. Second from Councilman Thomas. Any discussion or question on this? All right, there being none, let's vote. And that passes unanimously. Next, we have item number 4. Adopt a resolution authorizing credit card signatory power. This resolution adds Sarah Overall as our new Main Street Economic Development Director and will by default remove Taylor Wren as our former Main Street Director. What's the wishes of the council?
I move to adopt a resolution authorizing credit card signatory power for the certain City of Minden personnel as presented.
I have a motion from Councilman Thomas.
Second.
Second from Councilwoman Mitchell. Any discussion or question over this? There being none, let's vote.
Sorry.
And this vote is unanimous also. Next, we have item number 5. Yeah, the buttons are getting old. Next, we have item number 5, adopt a resolution authorizing signatory authority to Mayor Cox of the City of Minden to fulfill all requirements to submit the fiscal year 2026-2027 LCDBG application. This is just the authority to pursue more grant money, and it's something we have to approve. What's the wishes of the council?
Mayor, I move to adopt a resolution authorizing signatory authority to Mayor Cox of the City of Minden to fulfill all requirements to submit the fiscal year 26 to 27 LCDBG application.
We have a motion from Councilman Roy,
Second.
second from Councilman Pendergrass. Any discussion, questions on that? There being none, let's vote. And that passes unanimously. Next, we have item number 6. Adopt resolution authorizing Mayor Cox to execute on behalf of and in the name of the City of Minden a contract for Louisiana Community Development Block Grant Administrative Services. So this is another one, but likening to the last one, What's the wishes of the council? We have a motion from Councilman Miles,
Second.
second from Councilwoman Mitchell. Any questions or discussion? All right, there are none. Let's vote. And this passes unanimously. Jeff, I think we need some new batteries in our clickers. Not right away, sir. Next, we have item number 7, adopt resolution authorizing Mayor Nick Cox to execute on behalf of and in the name of the city of Minden a contract for Louisiana Community Development Block Grant Engineering Services. So they're a little different, but they're all procedural things. Can I get a motion for this?
Mayor, I move to adopt a resolution authorizing Mayor Cox to execute on behalf of and in the name of the city of Minden a contract for Louisiana Community Development Block Grant Engineering Services.
Have a motion from Councilman Roy. Second from Councilman Miles. Any discussion? There is no discussion. Let's vote. And this passes unanimously. Next, we have item 8, adopt a resolution declaring certain city of Minden property as surplus and fixing the terms of the sale. Office chairs. So just for a little explanation, a municipality cannot just throw something away. And I will say, be ready, because we need to clean up around here. We probably have 70 years worth of stuff hanging around this building, if not more. We even had fallout shelter stuff from the 60s in the dungeon. I'm being for real, that we donated to the museum. If this office chair breaks, if the leg of this chair decides to give way, we can't just throw it away. We have to keep it. There's a sticker on here, and it has a number, and if the auditors say, where's number 11159, we have to be able to produce it. The only way we can dispose of anything is to surplus it out. So tonight, we're surplusing out a lot of office chairs. And somebody joked that that's the deer hunting special. So if you're interested in a lot of old office chair deer hunting specials, we're gonna put them on Gov Deals, and the minimum bid is $50. Please take them all. If you win the bid, we'll be glad to see them go. What's the wishes of the council to surplus these items?
I move to adopt a resolution declaring certain city of Minden property as surplus and fixing the terms of sale.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilman Pendergrass and a second from Councilman Roy. Any discussion? There being none, let's vote. All right, and this passes unanimously. We intend to get rid of things for the rest of the year. We plan to do a great purge. So if you're interested in buying old things, watch the govdeals.com, because we're going to be surplusing out a lot of stuff throughout the year. Next, we have item number 9, authority to advertise for bids for the new 2 million gallon ground storage tank project. This is a state capital outlay project, and y'all have heard us talk about it before, but we were awarded 100% of the funds to build a 2 million gallon ground storage tank over on Clerk Street. Well, we finally have all our ducks in a row, and it's ready to put out for bid. If the council so desires to give me the authority to put it out for bid. What's the wishes of the council?
I move to authorize the city clerk to advertise for bids for the new 2 million gallon ground storage tank project as presented.
Have a motion from Councilwoman Mitchell,
Second.
second from Councilman Miles. Any questions or discussion? Okay, there being none, let's vote. And this passes unanimously.
Finally.
Next, we have item number 10, authority for Mayor Cox to enter into an agreement with Synergy Sports for overall project cost not to exceed $10 million. So to give the public a bit of an explanation on this, and to put it as concisely as I possibly can, it's with the Council and myself have been working for months to try to figure out how we can best improve the rec center. And we've identified if we really want to get aggressive with sports tourism, the way to do that is to turf the fields. To give you an example, right now games are called off because of all the rain. They're not able to play even though it's really a pretty day outside. Turf allows a sports facility to be able to play pretty quickly after a storm. It's not, the infields don't get swamped out. They don't need a lot of repairs. There's not a bunch of mud holes to fill. By doing this, it'll put us in a extremely competitive position. We were blessed, this council was blessed, and I think Councilman Roy, were you on the council when the rec center was originally built?
I was the chairman.
You were the chairman of the original. Well, now you get to see a big phase two if the council so desires tonight. I don't think we regret having the rec center. I think our recreation complex is one of the best things that history has done for the future, which is now our present. A lot of families have benefited from the rec center, from not just baseball and softball, but soccer and football and comprehensively. But to do turf fields, we would be turfing the baseball, softball fields, but also the soccer fields and the football fields. And in the plan is also to build a really, really nice playground out there. So this will even benefit the kids that aren't necessarily playing ball at the time. They'll be able to utilize this. We want our rec center to put us in a competitive way where we can be a contender for sports tourism. And I think this will do it. We've got the numbers to a place where I think the city can manage it without getting into a bind. And I think it'll be an economic investment that will yield great returns. And we're going to track the monies that are made in the future and be able to pay down on our obligation to do this project. I just think it's going to be a very positive thing for our community, our quality of life, and for the city's revenue generation. So that's my spiel about it. That's my explanation about why we're wanting to do this. And that being said, what's the wishes of the council?
I move to authorize Mayor Cox to enter into an agreement with Synergy Sports for overall project costs not to exceed $10 million.
Second.
I have a motion from Councilman Pendergrass and a second from Councilman Roy. Are there any questions about this or any discussion? Okay, let the record show there are no questions. Let's vote. Okay, and this passes unanimously. I would like to interject that this vote is actually a very big day for the city of Minden and a big day for our future. So I hope everyone is excited about that. Next item is item 11, authority for Mayor Cox to negotiate a funding agreement and a development agreement with Synergy Sports.
Mayor, I move to authorize Mayor Cox to negotiate a funding agreement and a development agreement with Synergy Sports.
Have a motion from Councilman Roy
Second.
and a second from Councilwoman Mitchell. Any questions or discussion on this? All right, there's none. Let's vote. And this passes unanimously. Next, we have item number 12, decommissioning and leveling of the dilapidated structures located on 3 acres on Rec Drive, parcel number 1305758. Now, what this is, last year we bought 3 acres with structures on them from Jimmy Hall. Y'all know when you go down Rec Drive, at the bottom of the hill, there's a nice office building with a shop behind it, and then there's some miscellaneous structures throughout there. Well, now that we own it, I'd like to see it cleaned up. There's one building in particular that I would like to see torn down. And so instead of me taking it upon myself to take away from a structure the city owns, I would like the council's authority to decommission and dispose of that building and anything else miscellaneous around there that just needs to be taken away because it aesthetically doesn't look good or is possibly a safety hazard. What's the wishes of the council?
I move to decommission and level the dilapidated structures located on 3 acres on Rec Drive, parcel 130575A.
Have a motion from Councilman Pendergrass,
Second.
second from Councilman Thomas. Any questions or discussion? All right, there being none, let's vote. And that passes unanimously. Next, we have item 13, the budget financial report for February 2025. Miss City Clerk, Miss Mulaney Langford.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope y'all are all doing well. I did place a copy of the budget on y'all's desk for y'all's review. For February, sales tax ended at $662,000. February of 2024 ended at $582,000, so we did see a 13% increase. This increase was due to retail sales, internet sales, and new construction. Delinquent payments ended at $20,000, and then cash in bank ended at $22,856,000. So we did have a decrease of $202,000, but as I expressed earlier, we did have some of our larger loan payments due last month. So,
Are there any questions for the city clerk? Okay, well, thank you. All right, next we have item 14, the fire report for March 2025. Chief Brian Williams.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, the Minden Fire Department responded to a total of 49 emergency calls for March of 2025. Of those, 3 were structure fires, 2 were vehicle fires, 11 were miscellaneous fires, 4 public service calls, 2 rescue calls, 1 hazmat-related call, 14 false alarms, and 12 fire alarms in the city. Also, just to remind everyone, the open position for firefighter operator will remain open until June the 16th. And our last hire, firefighter Randall, is progressing well in the academy in Baton Rouge, and he should finish up towards the end of May.
Are there any questions for the fire chief? Okay, thank you, Chief. And next we have item number 15, the police report.
Okay, the police report that's presented, we had a total in city fines collected $14,294.50, and asked for the council's approval to accept the February 2025 report as presented.
The police chief has presented to the council the police report.
So move.
I have a motion to accept it from Councilman Roy
Second.
and a second from Councilwoman Mitchell. Are there any questions for the police chief? All right, there are none. Let's vote. All right, this passes unanimously. Chief?
Just some statistics from March. The police department had 78 arrests, 629 total citations. We did have 50 either hit and runs or vehicle accidents, and calls for service were 1,311 for the month of March.
Are there any other questions for the police chief? Okay, thank you, Chief. All right. So, one thing that I would like to mention is Saturday, we're having our Tartan Festival. So everybody needs to put that on their radar. That's Saturday at 10 a.m. That's a big time. It looks like the weather's going to be favorable. Last year, it rained buckets of water. Just came a flood, and it was really, really tough. But this year, they expect to have a banner year, and so if you have your kilts, go ahead and dust them off. Come on out. Clan Campbell will be there, I'm sure, with his kilt on, and we'll have a good time. It's here at Miller Quarters, and they utilize a lot of the city for the events too. So pretty big event. Like to see y'all there. Is there any comments from the audience on anything particular? Any announcements or just comments in general? All right. Councilman Pendergrass?
Just two things. I wanted to congratulate the Minden High basketball team on their deep run to the state semifinals and the playoffs. So congratulations to Coach Jacob Brown and the Minden High basketball team. Also, just wanted to give a thanks to the Minden Rec Center staff, the police department, fire department, and the Diamond Club for a successful opening day on Tuesday.
All right, Councilman Roy?
Mayor, I'd just like to point out, it's, excuse me, it's springtime, everybody's cutting limbs and piling them up at the end of the street, you know, and so if you can't get a hold of Republic, you can certainly, in my district, reach out to me. I know Ashley takes calls as well, so Republic is trying to keep a schedule of that. So I think like today and tomorrow are the schedule for this week. So please don't hesitate to reach out so that we can get you on the list and get those big items picked up for cleaning up the yards and such.
Okay. Councilwoman Mitchell?
I just want to echo a little bit what Councilman Roy has said. It is springtime, and just, you know, encourage everyone to just mow the yards and keep the yards clean.
Councilman Thomas?
I just want to remind Cookie that we are working on your problem at the rec over at you all.
Okay. Councilman Miles?
I just want to tell everybody it's Autism Awareness Month. The color for Autism Awareness Month is blue. I just want to encourage everybody to donate to a charity, participate in someone's event or something, or just tell somebody. That's all I have.
Okay. Chief, you have a final word?
Just want to say in reference to the accident that we had this weekend, we had 2 children involved. If you would keep them in their prayers. One is still in serious condition and can still be facing some major surgery coming up. The other one's fine, but still, it's still serious right now, and just ask everyone to please watch your kids out in the street and be careful out there, especially after dark, and just keep that family and those children in your prayers.
And the last word is, you know, at the city, I have to work with a lot of people. We all have to work together, and having a great team is what makes this job bearable. And one of the groups that I work with quite often that does not get enough recognition, but is always goes above and beyond and wants no recognition, is our ward marshal. These guys back here, they're back there right now trying to keep us safe. And but I'm telling you, you guys go above and beyond. It does go unnoticed a lot, and I'm sorry for that. But what y'all do is really important. It really helps the quality. You serve the citizens well, and I just wanted to thank y'all while I had a minute, and y'all are standing back there. Appreciate it. Why don't y'all give them a hand for all they do? With that being said, meeting